So Conor McGregor had finished one of his fights and he goes, man, you look so good. What's going on? What's different about you? He said, a couple of years ago, I overheard a statement that LeBron James spent $1.7 million on his mind, his body, and on educating himself to be a better athlete before that. And it really triggered me because, and that's what happened to Connor. He goes, now I spend all the money on getting my, he gets all those EKGs and, all that stuff that's on there. But ultimately at the end of the day, these entrepreneurs are the same thing. You have to perform. You have to have, you got to finish strong. You got to get all those things. And without preparing you that way, you burn out. How far do you go with water? Are you a person that's, do you go deep into like changing people's water patterns?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, we start with water with every client around toxicity. Because if you're going into any wellness program and you're not addressing toxicity, you're missing about 70% of the opportunity to be better and perform better overall. So you got to get real about the fact that our water is dirty. It needs to be filtered. There's all different types of methods to do that. And then we got to get into understanding how to consume water appropriately to keep homeostasis, to keep proper balance in the body, right? And that's going to be different for everyone, depending on what type of water they're going to drink, what's their ability to get clean water, what's their budget like to put these kind of things in play. Like, in my home, we take it very serious. So when we go out, we like to go out to eat too, just because I'm a nutritionist and all that good stuff doesn't mean we don't like to go do other things. We don't just eat we don't eat perfect all the time. So when we go out,
I do this so that I could do this.
Exactly. Right. So we're doing that, 95 to 90%. We're on point all week long. And then, maybe every other weekend throughout the month, we'll take a dip out and do something different with the family. But when we go out, we're prepared. We actually take our own water bottles with us so that if we do get thirsty while we're eating, that we go ahead and we can refill while we're anywhere in the wild and get all the contaminants out with that particular water system. So it's a big deal. And people that are not making, think about how many people that go from couch to becoming wanting to be getting fit or get healthy. And one of the first things they do is they up their water intake dramatically. Right. And how many people actually don't feel that well when they do it? Quite a lot. So they're drinking, they're like, I get bloated. And, and they're peeing clear because they're taking so much water in. Now they're peeing clear because unbeknownst to them, their kidney function hasn't been all that great since they've been, not taking good care of themselves. So the kidneys aren't filtering as well as they should. And so they've got all this clear pee coming out all the time, and no one should be peeing clear, right? You've ever seen an animal pee? You will never see an animal pee clear. It's always concentrated. It's always going to have a yellow hue to it because their kidneys are filtering appropriately and they're not over drinking. And most of us are taking in waters that lack the minerals that we need to make that water viable for rebalancing us, to truly hydrate us, not just get us wet, but how about we get some cellular electric potential in that water, which is, our natural waters that we primarily drank came from springs, came from brackish waters, depending on wherever you were in the world, right?